Hello, my name is Valentin Kacher and I will make a short presentation of Service Navigator application for ServiceNow. What we have here are the 6 ITIL processes that we have implemented into application as a best practice model. In this demonstration, I will walk you through incident, problem management and partially change management. I will start by opening the incident management process documentation, which is delivered with the application and is available for all application users at any time. So as an incident analyst, if I'm in doubt what I have to do in a certain process phrase, I can just open the process documentation and click on a phase. By doing that, the procedural level is shown with all the activities I need to execute in this phase. If I further on need more documentation on a given activity, I can just click on it. So the process documentation is opened with the description of the activity and the instructions. I will now show you how this is implemented into Service Navigator application. I will start by creating a call with a user calling the service desk because he has problems with a printer. I will use a template here to fill in the fields fast. The request type is incident, so when I submit this record, an incident management process is started, an incident record is created. The phase we are in is the initial diagnosis. As you can see here, the phase is depicted as a progress bar in the top of the form, so we can see at any time which phase we are in. Besides that, a tab is activated for each phase, and each tab contains the fields we need to work with in the given process phase. So here in the initial diagnosis, I need to fill in a component that's affected by this, a problem description, the triggers and the symptoms, so we can efficiently search for knowledge. Now I will click the next button to go to the next phase of the process. When I do that, the progress bar changes to investigation and diagnosis, and at the same time a new tab is shown. In this tab we have the resolution field we have to fill in, course code and the resolution code for this incident. In this case it will be our workaround. I will click the next button to go to closure. The closure is automated, so the state is automatically changed to resolved and a problem is automatically created because the resolution code given in the investigation and diagnosis was workaround, so we need to find the root cause of this. I will now go on to the problem management process. I will open the problems on queue and I will see that the problem I've just created is on the queue ready to be opened and start working on. The problem management, exactly as incident management, has the progress bar in the top and the active tab for a given phase. The process documentation is exactly like for the incident management and available for users at any time. I will now start working on this problem and go to the next phase where I have to find the root cause of this problem. After identifying the root cause, I can give some possible resolution. I will click the next button so the problem management can decide which one to go on with. The problem manager will choose a permanent solution and write some success criteria for this. Further on, someone will need to implement this solution. I will write some documentation on it, and as it is a permanent solution where implemented, we have to do it through change management. So from here, I will start the change management process. I will start the standard deployment change, and as you can see here, on the top of this form, exactly as the other ones, we have the phases we have to walk through. In this case, we have registration, review, assessment, authorization, implementation, review and close. I have to fill in some fields here, and then I can submit this to change management. I have to give an implementation plan, validation plan, a rollback, the reason for doing it, and the date we need to do it on. I will submit the change, and now the problem management process has to wait on this change to finish. I will now go and find the change management section of the application and open the change we have just created. And as before, you can see we have the phases on the top, and at the same time we have this concept of having only the fields that we have to work with opened. So we are not in doubt what we have to do in this phase. Of course, the phases we've been through are available, so if we need to read what happened before is there, but we have to concentrate on some certain fields. Thank you for your attention.